Welcome, you curious souls that dared to walk off the beaten track to discover something new. Welcome to today's inspired message. Today, I am here to talk about the very essence of curiosity that lies within each and every one of us, and comes through in moments of inspiration, you could visualize it as enlightenment, i.e. the light bulb moment where you're going through your ordinary life, your ordinary scripts, your ordinary thoughts, your ordinary relationship to yourself and to the external world, and you get these organic moments of enlightenment, light bulb moment, inspiration, curiosity. So I'm here to touch on this topic because this is where creation is born on the periphery of your existence. Nothing new will emerge from within the constructs of the daily. You have the daily structure, the daily life, the daily thoughts, the daily story, which is important. It keeps us going in a certain direction towards our goals, towards an orderly direction. But if all you do is toe the line or listen to ideas that toe the line, then you never come in contact with the periphery, with the curiosity that is always surrounds your consciousness. It's always there. In some moments, the boundaries between your conscious and unconscious state, or your orderly and chaotic, or your aimed, finessed versus the curious, enlightened aspects of your consciousness. In moments, those distinctions become less defined, and in those moments, you will be aware of a thread of curiosity, a moment of inspiration, a light bulb moment that shines light on something new, something that contradicts the current daily story that we all live in and need to keep us stabilized. But from time to time, it is important to inorganic moments where it could be some sort of new interest, it could be a vague intuitive sensation, it could be a direct aha moment of something finally clicks. It's these non-intellectual, non-thought-based moments where something lights up, something pulls you in a certain direction. And often in our lives, it's easy to dismiss these and to miss out on them because of the loudness of our thoughts and our desires. Because we become very attached to the daily story, which is obviously necessary, but if you become too attached, you deny the opportunity for new information, for new experiences, for new horizons. And this ultimately is, you can see it as a divine, a relationship to a part of you that is divine. When you're dealing with the daily, you're dealing with your thoughts, you're dealing with your desires, you're dealing with, the material objectives of the day, of the week, of the month. You have that domain, which is important, but it's very much in the realm of the known, in the realm of the material, in the realm of the mind. Whereas curiosity, inspiration, are musings and messagings and transmissions from a part of you that isn't obvious, and that humanity has tried to touch on and explain for thousands, hundreds of thousands of years. It's a part of us that will always be nebulous, always be curious to us. We can never pin it down. We can intimate to it. We can highlight certain certain glimpses into it. But all we can really do is to listen to it when it does come, and to follow the thread that curiosity leads us, because it will always lead us in a contrasting direction to the narrative, the story that we have been acting on in our daily lives. And obviously you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You don't want to just throw away your entire life for a thread of curiosity, but you want to have that balance, that contextualization in your mind of, okay, there's the known and the unknown, there's the order and the chaos. And sometimes you need one, sometimes you need the other. But the message I'm trying to say is you need both. We live in a dualistic reality. If your life is only material and thought-based and desire-based, you're missing out on the creative properties of your very reality and existence. I mean, you have a mind and you have thoughts and you have desires and you have memories, of course, but that is half of your reality. It's good, it's bad, it's hot, it's cold, it's up, it's down, there's mind, there's spirit. You know, we're creating, there's consciousness, there's unconsciousness, there's light, there's dark. There is dualism everywhere and within you. So it's important to live through the totality of your reality, in that there is a conscious sphere and an unconscious sphere. And inspiration and curiosity is very much from an unconscious domain. It's coming from a part of us that is curious, you know. And what better adventure to take on than to take on and to heed to and to listen and to act in alignment with a part of you that is completely mysterious, that is totally exciting in its essence, because it contradicts everything and constantly moves and is formless and is inviting you into new domains, into new directions. So I would certainly think twice before you flippantly disregard and dispense with divine directions, because the less you listen to these moments of curiosity or inspiration, the further your head gets into the ground, because you become you get to a point where you're so in love with your own thoughts and ideas and intellectual concepts that you completely fall in love with them, and you bury your head in the sand and you just chastise and you shame and you attack, or your ego does, whether you're conscious or unconscious of it, any new ideas, any moments of inspiration, because the ego and the mind wants to preserve its creation, its vision, its desires. So it's important to have those. It's important that you allow the spiritual domain, the mysterious, the unconscious domain to permeate from time to time, in moments, in a healthy way, to renew your story. It's like with a computer, you update the software from time to time. If you run the same software for 30 years, you know, you're going to look around and you're going to wonder, why is everyone's computer operating at such a higher speed than mine? Well, it's because you got comfortable. You didn't bother to fix the software or update the software or look at the software. You got used to the status quo, the current story, and you held on to it, and you didn't further the narrative. You know, you could see it as, say, for example, from 0 to 10, chapter 1 was written, and then you could say from 0 to 15, you got maybe 3 chapters written. Some people stay at chapter 3. They don't continue writing and building their story because they're scared. You know, they've learned some people write up to 25, maybe they get to 6, 7, 8 chapters. Maybe at 25 they then think they kind of unconsciously retire and they stay in a stasis emotionally, psychologically and spiritually, and they say, I'm done with the adventure of exploration and integration and growth, and they close off their mind and they sacrifice themselves entirely to the ego, which preserves that body of work, that story, that sense of who they are, what they're able to accomplish, what they can achieve, and they remain till they die, and they don't add to the story, don't add more chapters. So I would invite you, because there will always be a part of you that wants to expand and wants to grow, that calls to your sense of adventure, that calls for you to explore the darkness, to integrate it into the light, because that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to transform. The ego is the light, the intellect is the light, its vision, it's clear, it's concrete. Then you've got the dark, the formless, the chaotic, and it's a case of moving from the light into the dark, being in that chaotic state, feeling vulnerable, being often overwhelmed with new information, but the task and the challenge then is transmuting that back into the light with meaningful products, i.e. insights, ideas, habits, actions that you can then build your narrative, add to your chapters, add to your body of work, your story, that then broadens your horizons, rises your potential, and ultimately gives you clearer vision, you know. So it's very important it's a necessary sacrifice for growth. Otherwise, you'll forever remain at chapter 8. You know, conceptualize it as a story you're adding to. And if you don't listen to the organic moments of inspiration or curiosity that take you in a different direction to what your daily life is like, then you'll never have an opportunity to grow, and life will become the same story repeated again and again and again and again and again for as long as you are until you die, unless in moments throughout your life you go back to curiosity and inspiration, and then you can broaden your story, add to it. And as you get older, you'll integrate new people, new experiences, new achievements, and a new idea of who you are and what your potential is. So I invite you, you curious soul that dare to walk off the beaten track, to explore new ideas and opportunities, and to form a strong relationship with curiosity and inspiration. Good luck. Bye.